Today's sponsored segment is brought to you by Herowater, a company providing products that can make virtually any water drinkable. And joining me today is Greg McDaniel to show us some of their products. Greg, thank you for being with us.
Thanks, George. I appreciate being here.
You know, we live in earthquake country, and so we're accustomed to having an emergency preparedness kits. And, of course, one of the issues that comes up all the time is where to get clean drinking water. What you have here is a product that, as you say, can make virtually any water drinkable. Tell us a little bit about the product.
Well, George, what it is actually, it's a membrane in a bag here. It's a customized membrane. It's the only one in the world like itself. You put the bad water in the red port, put the sugar charge in the green port. In about 3 hours, you're going to have a drinkable solution.
Now, this works on a principle that you call forward osmosis. A lot of us have water filters in our homes. We're familiar with reverse osmosis. What's forward osmosis?
Forward osmosis is when you, instead of pushing your water through a filter to get clean water, what you're doing is you're drawing the water molecules through. So to do that, what you need to have a charge on one side of the bag. So in our case, we're going to use a sugar charge, very much like how a tree gets water out of the dirt.
Okay, I think we have some video that can show people how this product works.
Sure.
Let's roll the video and you describe it to us.
Okay, what's going on here actually is that you're pouring the dirty water into the red port. Now you're taking the sugar charge, putting it into the green port to pull just the water molecules through. Now after a time lapse of about 3 hours, you're going to have a drinkable fluid, very similar to any kind of a sports drink you could buy at any convenience store.
All right, now tell us how this product was developed.
We had a few PhDs that got together about 15 years ago. They've been working on it and perfecting it for that time frame. The original one they started out, you could just put it into a bucket of water or a lake or whatever and it would fill up. But now they figure out this is a much more usable solution because of the fact we can reuse it multiple times at once.
And what are some of the applications? Who's using this technology currently?
Let's see. We have the Department of Defense, the Coast Guard, the National Guard. We have FEMA. We have NASA. We have multiple different other arms of our federal government and state government as well.
In fact, it was used in Katrina. I think that's what we're looking at here, isn't it?
Katrina there. It's deployed in Iraq. It's deployed down in South America. There's been over 80,000 of our bags being currently used on the front lines. The gentleman's filling it up straight with mud in this photo here. We're the only bag that can actually take any kind of impurities in the water, such as leaves, rocks, mud, and be able to filter out just the water.
Wow, and that's because it uses no moving parts, no pumps, no electricity. Now, here's a bag that you filled up with dirty water, presumably. This looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Okay, now, how long ago did you fill this up?
I did this morning in my yard.
Okay, go ahead. Let's pour off some of that water and see what we get.
There you go.
All right. Now, you're telling me I can actually drink this?
You can drink it. It's going to be a sweet sports drink with electrolytes in it. And it came from just raw, nasty, just crummy water.
Now, this technology seems like it ought to be expensive, but this is fairly affordable.
You're right. This is the Life Pack. It is $39.95. We have a special going on, actually, for you guys, that if you buy 4, you get the 5th one free. It's called the Family Pack. Yeah, so for $39.95, you'll be able to survive any kind of natural disaster when you need water.
Now, how much water will this one pack produce?
It'll produce 3 liters a day. It'll last for 3 days. You'll generally get about 20 pounds of water out of this pack right here.
Okay. And it's available in a single pack. We'll talk a little bit more about the price in a moment. We also have another product here, which is the C-Pack. Let me hold that up there so they can see it. Tell us about the C-Pack.
C-Pack is actually incredibly unique. The unique part about the C-Pack is that it is the only bag in the world that does forward osmosis for desalinization. So, for instance, typically if you're going to do this, you're going to need a large machine on a big ship to pump out all that salt. You're going to get 97% of your salt taken out with this bag. This should be a requirement on any boat that goes into the ocean for the untalkable.
So Coast Guard uses that.
Coast Guard uses it right now. The C-130s, it's standard equipment on all their planes. The divers that jump out of the planes, the helicopters that save everyone, all the divers carry them on their bodies as well.
Okay. Let's tell folks how they can get the product and how much it costs.
Sure. Go on over to Herowater.com. It costs $39.95 for the Life Pack, and it costs $99.95 for the C-Pack.
And special for Kron 4 viewers, we have a special 800 number that if you call that number, will provide you with a special price. What's the special for Kron 4 viewers?
Like I was saying earlier, it is you buy 4, you get the 5th free.
All right.
So,
Greg, thank you so much for being with us today. Greg McDaniel from Herowater, and you can go to their website or call their 800 number. Greg, thanks a lot.
Thank you.